Lei Ho Ma, that's as it going in Cantonese. Welcome to Young Man Cooking, I'm Wil Yeung. I was out shopping and I found these. Let's give them a try. In this episode, I'm trying this frozen ramen from a brand called La Brasserie. It's plant-based, dairy-free, no preservatives, peanut and tree nut-free. When I saw these at the grocery store, I just had to take a closer look. The packaging is just sensational. I absolutely love it. This package is so well thought out. It's simple, yet so functional. You just slide it out of the sleeve, which is nicely decorated, and there you go, your bowl of ramen. You just pop this in the microwave, and you have a meal ready. We're going to cook this using their second method, which is the stove top today though. For the microwave method, it says to keep the film on, but we're to remove the film for the stovetop method. Really interesting so far. The stovetop method says to remove the film to transfer the soup from the bowl to a pot with the broth side down while it's frozen. And at first I was thinking there's no way I could get this. I'd have to pry this out with a knife, but it literally just comes out easy. And I guess you could also, if you want to, use this bowl to plate your final product. But of course, we'll do a little fancier bowl. I'm placing the frozen ramen broth side down into a small saucepan that just so happens to be the exact perfect size. The instructions say to bring to a boil on medium heat for approximately 10 minutes. It's important to stir occasionally to ensure that it's thoroughly cooked. You know, I would say that that's starting to smell pretty nice. I definitely put a lot of value in convenience. However, as I stir the ramen, I fear the soup will become a little goopy due to the starchiness from the noodles, which is normally cooked separately from the broth. In not much time at all, the soup is done and it's time to plate. The mushroom and tofu toppings are basically part of the broth now, but I'm gonna hang on to that bok choy separately to place on top of the noodles. Alright, so we make a lot of ramen on the show, and I already see some things I'm like, man, I hope. We'll see. Let's taste this first. It smells really nice. Taste that broth first. Yeah, it's pretty good. It has that nice mushroom flavor. I think that's seeped out from the topping. And this is definitely a miso base. I remember reading in the ingredients that it has kelp in the base as well, and you can definitely taste that. It's actually quite nice. The texture is okay. My personal preference, I would like it to be slightly less thick, and I suspect that a little bit of that thickness came from the starch from cooking the noodles in the broth at the same time. But that is part of the convenience that you get. I think the portion is just right about minimum. I would like to see a little bit more portion, but this is basically one portion. There's some tofu cubes as the topping and some mushrooms. And I think the portion on the toppings is quite nice. That bok choy looks so beautifully bright green. The texture is a little bit weird. It's almost actually kind of tough to chew rather than when it was fresh. It'll have that kind of nice crispness. But again, to be fair, we are comparing something that is a frozen product. The noodles taste actually kind of like a miniature version of udon noodles rather than ramen noodles. They do have a little bit of a al dente bite, but maybe a little bit on the overcooked side. That totally could be my bad. I think for a frozen product, you may need noodles that are a lot more robust, because a lot of these noodles have already been kind of broken down into smaller pieces. I like the little bit of green onions that they add as well, just to add a little bit of that freshness. I think the product is okay. For 10 minutes, for convenience, you pull it right out of the freezer. No need to prep anything, no need to do anything, just literally heat it up. Not too bad. However, I would say for a ramen, it's missing one key ingredient, and that is a flavored oil. Luckily, I have some smoky, spicy chili oil made in the previous episode. Let's add a little bit of this. That's very nice. overall, I'd say it's about a mid-tier range product for me. I was definitely blown away by the presentation and the visual aesthetics of the actual product, and that's kind of why I gravitated towards it. I think the taste and the textures is not bad, and considering that it's a high convenience product, that's definitely not bad. I definitely don't want to discourage people from trying it. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen or tried this product before. And of course, if there are products you'd like me to go out and find and try, definitely let me know as well. And I'll see you in the next episode.